years ago. Here with us this morning, TV legal news analyst John Patrick Dolan. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Rebecca.
So nice to have you here with us. Again, opening statements set to start today.
Right.
And both the defense and the prosecution will be addressing the jury. What can we expect to hear?
Well, the first thing you should note is that Tom Sneddon himself, the district attorney of the county, is going to be making the opening statement. That's pretty extraordinary. It's the last big case of his career, and it'll be interesting to see how involved he is. He's going to basically paint a picture that there was a firestorm after the Martin Brashear documentary back in 2003, and that the Jackson group sort of circled their wagons, and that precipitated this false imprisonment and then this behavior on the part of Michael Jackson that's called child molestation. Tom Mesereau will have a totally different point of view. He's going to say that this family targeted Michael Jackson as they had other celebrities, except Michael Jackson took the bait. And when the firestorm came after the Martin Brashear documentary, these people started to panic, thinking, oh, we're going to lose our meal ticket, and so they concocted this story about how Michael Jackson had molested the young boy.
How do you think that will play with the jury?
Well, it'll be interesting to see. The media coverage on this case is pretty astounding, and what people hear in the media is not always what evidence comes into court. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. If they keep it to this case and not to other things that have been alleged or other old allegations, I would say the evidence is pretty thin, and I think this jury will probably find Michael Jackson not guilty. If they open it up to other allegations and things that have been alluded to before, it could be anybody's guess.
When will that be decided, in your estimation?
Well, the judge said when that motion was brought before him, he's going to wait until he hears the case in chief on this particular set of allegations. And if he sees this set of allegations proven as what they call a prima facie case, and then if he sees that previous acts have been similar and relevant to this case, then he'll let the evidence in. But if he finds it's not similar or too far in the past or not relevant, then he's not going to let it in.
Okay. Now, a jury is supposed to be that of your peers. From what my understanding, the jury is mostly white and Hispanic. How is that going to play in favor or against Michael Jackson in this trial? We're going to assume here that race is not a factor.
Well, and I don't think the defense is making race a factor. The jury is representative of the community where Michael Jackson lives, and they didn't ask for change of venue to come to Los Angeles or anywhere else where there might be a larger black population. So frankly, I think it's a non-issue in this case.
Do you believe Michael Jackson will actually take the stand himself in his own defense?
I believe he will, and I believe he has to. In this kind of a case, I believe a person charged like this has to look the jury in the eye and say, look, I didn't do this. I might have some behavior that you find a little bit different. I might do things that you wouldn't do, but I don't molest children. He needs to say that directly to the jury.
Now, cases like this can take and just drag on for months. Let's talk about this particular case. Is the judge going to be very tight as far as keeping it on schedule?
So far, I think the answer to that question is a resounding yes. This judge has really moved along jury selection, as you noted. I would say if we don't get into previous conduct, this case could be over in 2 months, 2.5 months versus the 5 or 6 months they're talking about.
I'll have to see if that happens. John,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for giving us your insight this morning.
Thanks for having me in.
All right.